Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today some of you requested this recipe some time ago, but at the time I didn't have any apples or any apples that I wanted to sacrifice for a cake. So it took some time, but now I have some leftover apples that look all but nice and pretty. So I thought instead of throwing them away, I can make Apfeldatschi. It is a type of cake that is mostly common in southern Germany, and I think it's quite easy. It was pretty difficult for me to find the recipe and the amounts because my grandma used to make it from the top of her head, so she didn't have any amounts, and my grandmother isn't with us anymore, and so I had to dig into my mom's cooking books to find the recipe and adapt it to what I think resembles the version my grandma used to make. So let's go to the ingredients for this recipe. So for the Apfeldatschi, you will need approximately a kilo of apples, peeled and sliced. I used a type of apple, I think it was Golden Delicious. They used to be slightly sour. I don't know if they're still sour because they were all wrinkly. And I added some lemon juice to add some sourness and to prevent them from getting brown. Then we will need for the dough 200 grams of soft butter, mine is almost melting, 100 grams of sugar, 5 tablespoons of milk. You can also do 4 tablespoons of milk and 1 tablespoon of rum, but I preferred to skip the rum. 3 big eggs, 1 package of baking soda, which is the equivalent of approximately 2 teaspoons, 50 grams of starch. I use potato starch, no real reason why, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 225 grams of all-purpose flour, and for the sprinkles on top you will need 80 grams of sugar, 80 grams of butter, and 100 grams of flour. So start by peeling and slicing the apples. I've already done it before in order to prevent you to see the amazing old and wrinkly apples. So don't worry, I'll wait until you're done. So in a separate bowl, pour the sugar, the 200 grams, not the 80 grams. Add the butter, and with a mixer, mix it. Now it looks quite creamy. You will add the eggs. Now add the cinnamon, the milk, the baking powder, starch, and mix some more. Lastly, add the flour, and mix it once again. So now we make the sprinkles, which is very simple. We join the 3 ingredients together, flour, butter, and sugar, and mix. Not too much because they should keep being chunky. There we go. And now we put it all together. We take a square or rectangular tray. We either butter and flour it, or we use a baking sheet. I prefer a baking sheet because I'm really lazy at cleaning up. We add in the dough. And even it out a bit. And now we add the apples. And finally, we add the sprinkles. Just randomly sprinkle them on top. Sprinkle them on top. I can't speak. As a kid, I used to prefer the sprinkles to all the other ingredients of the cake, so I would place a lot of sprinkles on the cake because that was the task for a child, and then I would eat most of them as soon as the cake came out of the oven while it was cooling down, and my mom would get very pissed at me because, well, I had ruined the cake. Wow. 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 So now it's time to put it into the oven. We will bake it at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes. So see you in a while. Our 30 minutes have passed and the cake is ready to be served. Well, not quite, because we're still waiting for it to cool down a bit, otherwise we would end up eating molten lava. But this is it from my part for today, and thanks again for suggesting this, and thanks again for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to have more videos, don't forget to subscribe. And if by any chance you feel like suggesting any recipes or any wishes that you would like me to cook, comment down below, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye!